is Besties and Books.
with Em and Roxy.
Welcome to Besties and Books. I'm Em,
And I'm Roxy.
and we have been best friends since high school. Now we are in our 20s and trying to figure out life.
When life gets too crazy, we turn to books. On this podcast, we'll discuss some of the books we've been reading. And every month, one of us picks a book to read together in order to broaden our reading horizons. This should be interesting since our taste in books is nearly as different as our taste in men.
So if that sounds good to you, follow along.
Alright, before we start, let's do a little bit of catching up. How are you? What have you been up to?
I'm great. It's my favorite season of the year. Officially November 1st. So I went Christmas shopping. My house has all the decor up. This is the first year I'm living on my own, so I love that. My own Christmas tree, like got to decorate it all by myself. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
thriving. It's my time of the year. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. It's been rather uneventful for me as of late since we just had a move like last month. So I'm really just trying to calm down and collect myself and get ready for Christmas. It's the calm before the storm for me right now.
Yeah, I get that.
All right, before we get into the first book, I just want to say that we will be discussing these books in depth, so there will be spoilers. If you haven't read the book, maybe tune off or keep on listening at your own risk. In general, we will be talking about the books. We'll give a rating. We'll talk about some general thoughts about the book. We'll discuss if we have a favorite character in the book, or if there were any quotes that we liked from the book. So I think we're going to start with a rating, or maybe first let's introduce the book. The first book we read as a buddy read this month was the first book in the Crescent City series. It's called The House of Earth and Blood. This book was suggested by M. So let's ask her, what's your rating?
I gave this book like a 4.5 out of 5, which is very good for me, especially like a fantasy. But what was your rating?
I gave it a 4 out of 5. That's really good for
Yeah,
me.
that's really good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It really is. So let's get into why. Like, what did you like about it? What are your general thoughts? What did you love? Who did you love? Who did you not love?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be totally honest. I was very scared and very hesitant to read this book. Um, one of my friends did recommend it like a couple of months ago, maybe even a year ago. And she's been nonstop trying to get me to read this book. But I get very intimidated by these thick ass books, especially if it's like fantasy, a lot of characters, a lot of worlds. Like I get easily lost. Um, so I was hesitant to read this book, but I thought I gave it a go when I went on holiday last month. And I'm like, these books have me in a chokehold. I love
Mm-hmm.
it so much. Especially like, I don't know, there's just so much going on, but like in a good way. And there's so many questions that just keep on pulling me in. Like, with the murder of the pack.
Do not get me started on that.
Yeah, that was so crazy. Like, as I said, like my friend has been trying to get me to read this book for a while. And I actually started it like a couple months back. I read the blurb and I like got it on my Kindle. But then I never like actually went farther than page one. And I just completely forgot about it until I went on holiday and I bought it for audiobook. So I didn't read the blurb again. And I forgot that somebody was gonna get killed, like a friend was gonna get murdered. So I went into this book. I was completely Team Carter. I was in love with this man. I was like, oh my god, Danica is such a nice friend. Like, the dynamic between them was so good, and then they just got murdered in like not even 10% in.
Mm-hmm. She really took that from us.
Yeah.
I wonder what could have been. But I mean, I'm happy with the book we got. I am, but like, I wonder sometimes.
Yeah, I get that.
And you know me, I love Danica. I'm Team Danica, and
Yeah, you really are.
I am such a sucker for the side characters in this book, more than the main characters. I'm so sorry.
For real?
Yeah,
Oh
kinda.
my god.
Don't get me wrong. I like Bryce. I don't feel so much for Hunt. I'm sorry, I don't.
I can't. I can't forgive
I
this.
know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But Ethan? Mm-hmm.
For real?
Not like I just think he's like he's a pookie. What? Rune?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think like only discussing book 1 now. Um I definitely did not like Ethan.
Oh yeah. Oh right, yeah, sorry. I'm also with my head I'm in book two.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, Ethan
In
annoyed
book
me in book one.
Yeah, right? Like
Yeah.
how stuck up he was.
Mm.
I just couldn't get over the fact that he was like, "You're fucking someone else while Connor was getting murdered." Like, okay, yeah, it's not a good look.
Yeah, like that's regrettable, but they weren't.
She didn't know
And it's not like she didn't feel bad about it.
that too. And I do get like, okay, Bryce did like also,
But that's part of her story. Like she really
yeah,
gets her shit together though.
she does. And that is one of the things that I loved so much about this book and especially this whole series. Like, um, obviously we are further along than book 1 now,
Mm-hmm.
but just to see all the characters' development and like they all have some sort of trauma and some trauma we know from the start, some we don't, but everyone has like their own storyline and their own development, and I really love that.
I think this is why I said I'm such a sucker for the side characters, because like there's just so many of them, like keeping me entertained. I'm always like, ooh, yeah, let's get back to this one now. I want to find out what's going on, you know?
Yeah, and I'm really surprised about that for myself, honestly, because normally I get like I said, like I get lost when there's like too much characters, too much POVs, especially in fantasy books. But I don't know why, but this book, like, yeah, it lives and dies with the side characters in their stories. What was one of the, because there's a lot of plot twists in this book,
Right.
what was one of the plot twists that you did not see coming in this book?
It was a particularly painful one. I mean, I saw Danica coming. I saw that from a mile away because I did actually read the blurb.
Good for you.
And here's the thing, I get suspicious when I'm reading and I'm like, oh, I really like this character, or oh, this is going so well. Something inside of me is like, don't get attached. They're gonna rip it away. The ship is going down. So,
That's a specific type of trauma, I guess.
well, I guess it comes from the kind of books that I read. So,
Yeah, fair enough.
but yeah, so I didn't get I mean, I did get attached to Danica, of course, but this is not the one I'm talking about right now, okay? The one I mean is the boat scene. I
Yeah.
literally not to be too dramatic, but like I'm listening to this book as an audiobook and I remember where I was and what I was doing when this shoe dropped, okay? I know.
I get that.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, I did not see that coming.
Mhm.
Normally, I'm like, with the types of book I normally read, I can see the plot twist coming from a mile
Yeah,
away.
me too.
In this book, it just kept on
Yeah, I
coming.
literally I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be Micah." I literally said that aloud, like, "Oh, it's gonna be Micah or something." And then it was Hunt.
Yeah.
He had some
No,
explaining to do.
he really did. Even after he pulled that, like I do think there was also such growth in like his character then, and like it just keeps on continuing. Like the characters really do keep on growing and like developing, and I don't think a lot of books necessarily have that. So I do think this book is like really well written.
Yeah, I think especially like romance stories, which sometimes I struggle with, where it's like, okay, this is a romance and this girl falls in love, she falls for this guy, and now That's like the only thing she thinks about or acts on or whatever. And that's what I really liked. Bryce really is her own person, and she has her own motivation for things, also partly rooted in her love and her friendship with for Danica and with the whole pack and stuff. Like there's more dimensions to this story.
Yeah, definitely.
And also for Hunt, I guess, because at first he was a bit flat to me. I was like, okay, you're just gonna be this big bad guy that's like 200 years old and you're so above it all and whatnot. And then we learn more about his ex girl.
Oh, yeah. Sahar.
And at first I'm like, okay, like he lost this really great love and now he's like sad about it or something. And then yeah, okay, he was really sad about it. And the more and more we find out she was just a bitch and like she didn't treat him right and that gave him to me more depth because I was like, "Oh, I thought you were just like but turns out you're actually probably not treated very well." And then Bryce does treat him well, and that's really nice to see.
Yeah, I think that too. And I really loved like the scene where he gave Bryce a necklace and in his like head he was, oh, Sahar would have never worn this. She wouldn't have liked this. Like, and Bryce was so happy with it. And I was like, oh my god, you're such a little Pookie Hunt. I love you.
And it's so good to see what a good love can do for someone
Yeah.
that has been through such a bad relationship.
And I feel like that is like a whole theme throughout all the books. Through love, all is possible.
Literally.
And I just love that. Like, not only for Bryce and Hunt, but also like for Rune and all the other guys like Farian.
Oh, you're spoiling me now.
No.
Well, I mean, did you just say Rune? You said Rune, right? Well, I don't know about Rune yet.
No, but like even with his love for like his friends, like
Oh, okay.
I do think like with that quote, it's just so much more than just the love between,
A romantic love.
yeah, it's not just Bryce and Aflar, is also just like Farian with his, never mind.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you're spoiling me right now. You literally are. Dude, all these names are tripping me up. All right, speaking of all these different characters, did you have any favorites?
Of course.
Tell me about it.
Favorite was Aflar, Hunt Aflar.
Hmm, elaborate.
I just loved how you saw him grow. Like I didn't really love him in the beginning. As you said, he kind of had like a stick up his ass. I'm sorry.
That's how you're deciding to translate what I said. Okay.
Yeah, but like he did. He was like kind
Mm-hmm.
of judging people like on the Umber Mortis, like calm down.
We just met you. Like, we're not
Yeah,
impressed.
maybe like see what other people have going for them
Mm,
instead of judging them right off the bat. But again, that was explained and you got to know him more and like even that he did say like I'm sorry to Bryce for judging you and only seeing you as a party girl. I just loved his whole vibe. And I was like, a man that
mm.
apologized? Yeah, count me in. But who was your fave? Is Rune, isn't it?
Do you even have to ask? I mean, my favorite is Danica. It is. I love her. I think she's so cool.
Okay, but who is your,
Favorite life?
yeah, life character?
Um, yeah, probably Rune. I like him. I want to see what this story, where it's gonna take him.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
I feel like he's got a lot that's still gonna come his way.
Yeah,
And I am also interested in his little thing he's got going on with that witch.
Hypaxia, yeah.
Mm. Don't ask me any of these names. Like, if it's not Danica, if it's not Rune, I don't know.
I'm noticing. Normally, this is me. Like, I'm very shook.
Yeah.
But can we take a little moment to discuss Lahaba?
What did you just say?
Can we take a little moment to discuss Lahaba?
Okay, now this is where we have a translation error because I am reading or listening to these audiobooks in Dutch. Not by choice, that's the only version my app has. And she says it Liaba.
Oh, in my version, they say Lahaba.
I like Leah but better.
Okay, well, can we discuss her?
No, she's dead.
I'm taking this personally.
No, we can discuss it. That one hurt a little.
A little.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie, that one hurt more than the pack.
Get out.
No,
Get out of here.
she was such a queen.
Yeah, she was
And
cute.
like, no, because I was honestly so excited. I really wanted to see more of her. I really wanted to see, like, oh my god, is she gonna be freed? Like, how is life gonna be if she's free? Like, is she gonna have a love interest? Like, I was so invested in her.
Mm-hmm. She would have lived a full life. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I know, right? That's why I'm so sad. Like, I got invested in this one.
I do have to say it was a little bit of like a cliche when last moment before she died, Bryce was like, "Oh, you're free, by the way." I don't know. That one was kind of like I didn't love that.
Well, I didn't love it either, just because she died.
Mm.
Like, I loved that she was free. I was like, yeah, live your life.
Well,
Yeah, and she didn't get to.
it was just more kind of like, "Oh well, look at what we didn't get."
Yeah,
It's the pack all over again.
for real. But this one hurt way more because I was invested. I was at the end of this thick ass book. I was like connected to her. Like the little fire sprite, just watching her spunny TV shows, like living her best life in the library. And all of a sudden, she's just gone. All because of this little shit like Micah.
I is it just me? I don't understand what Micah was like doing. I'm sorry. Maybe by the end of this book, I was already like my head was so full of it all, and it just went completely over my head.
I understood it when I read it, but I can't say too much now because like I'm further along than you are.
Mm,
Again,
you know more than me.
well, not necessarily no, but a lot of the questions that I thought were answered in book one just like get more complicated in.
All we get is more
Yeah.
questions. Okay.
So
Gonna have to sit this one out.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that was favorites. Do you maybe want to get into who you didn't like?
Oh, that's a hard one. I have like a lot of people I didn't like.
Okay, well, pick the one. Just one.
Just one?
You only get one.
Oh god. I cannot pick one. It's gonna be two. I'm sorry.
Okay, fine.
It's gonna be Sandro and Micah.
But Sandriel as well, I don't know. She just felt like a necessary evil to me, not like a real person.
She tortured my baby Hunt.
Yeah, she did.
She's no pure
I'm not
evil.
saying I like her. I don't like her.
You better.
I don't.
But yeah, I definitely didn't like those two. I feel like the most because like first of all, Sandro fucked over my boy, and Micah just murdered the entire pack
Yeah.
or like orchestrated it. Um, so yeah, I feel like those are my top tier.
Mm.
But again, there are a lot of side characters and there are a lot of storylines. So there are more people that I didn't like. But who is yours?
Well, at least like the ones you're naming are just people that did terrible, terrible things.
Yeah.
The one that I dislike the most is just because she's meant to be good, but I just can't stand her.
Oh, no?
You know the one.
Who?
It's Bryce's mom. I can't stand her. Every time she's on the page, I'm just like, here we go again. Here we go again. Her husband needs to get in between the two of them so there isn't like a new fucking war going on. I don't know. The way they talk to each other, it sets me off a little. It's a little, dare I say, triggering to me.
Yeah, I feel like this is a very specific one to you.
I don't know. I mean, everyone experiences family relationships differently, but just the one between them, it just feels unhealthy to me, and it doesn't feel like they like each other. But I feel like we should feel that they like each other, but they just bicker. But I just feel like they don't like each other. So that's my vibe, maybe. But that's why every time she's on the page, I'm just like, skip.
I get where you're what you're saying. I personally don't mind that just because like if I look at my relationship with my mother, we also bicker all the time. So, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, this is a personal take.
Yeah,
Like anything with books, by the way, because like I think no two people will ever read the same book, even if they're reading the same book. Like it's
yeah,
you're gonna experience it differently. So if you disagree with anything we say, just know, your opinion is valid, and so is ours, and we can
of
disagree.
course.
Yeah.
We are not here to yuck anyone's yum.
No, never. We don't think that's cool. We don't do that. We don't support that here.
As you're gonna see in like our next.
Yeah, let's get to the next book. Um, you can start this month with the book you read separately.
All right, yeah, I read In the Dark by Chelsea Curto, and I'm really sorry if I mispronounced her name. Well, I'll start with giving you guys the blurb. Also, I'm really sorry if we like mispronounce stuff. English is obviously not our first language, so be nice. Maxine Walters hates being scared. When she visits Fright Nights, the premier Halloween event in town, she doesn't expect to get lost in a haunted house. But after getting turned around, she meets Hunter, a scare actor she can't stop thinking about. Hunter Wilder has worked at Fright Nights for years, but he's never run into a guest backstage before, much less one who haunts his daily thoughts. Until her. His chance encounter with Max turns into obsession. Between hookups out of her wildest fantasy and their playful banter, Max thinks she's getting to know the man behind the mask. But he has secrets. He's keeping tabs on her. He's watching her from the shadows, and she has no idea he's a serial killer. At least, he's a good serial killer. When Mac's safety is jeopardized, Hunter's obsession becomes a blessing. They might have only known each other for a month, but in the dark, all bets are off.
Wow,
Yeah,
that was something.
it was definitely something. Yeah,
That was also, I think, the world's longest blurb.
it was.
Yeah, I'm sorry you had to go through
It
that.
was intense. No, but I read this book for Halloween. So technically I read it like in October, but I did
Mm-hmm.
finish it November 1st, so it counts. My rating for this book would probably be like a general rating would probably be like between a 2 and a 3, but the spice rating would definitely be like a 3, 3.5 maybe. It was a fun, quick little read, especially to cleanse my palate between the Crescent City books.
Yeah. One and two.
Yeah, I definitely needed like a palate cleanser between them. But it was a very much like predictable Halloween read. They meet up. He's like fully into some kinky shit. She hasn't really experienced any of that.
She's innocent.
I wouldn't say innocent. She just hasn't done.
She's new to
Yeah,
it.
she's new to
Okay.
it. Um, she has a shitty boyfriend, like an ex-boyfriend. Just came out of that relationship. Like she's just like empowering herself. I really love that. It was heavy on like finding her own voice and being okay with like, okay, so what? I like this stuff. That's totally okay. Um, again, not yucking anyone's yum. I did
No,
really,
we love that.
I did really love that in this book.
Even though like everything else about it scares me. Like I love that message. I think that's good.
Yeah. The reason I didn't give it like a higher rating is because, one
General or spicy?
general first. Sorry,
Okay.
I really don't like the whole thing. Like, oh, he's a good serial killer.
There are no good serial killers.
No, like I get what you mean, but
You get what she means or you get what she was trying to
yeah,
do.
I get what you're trying to say, but I that's not necessarily for me.
Hmm.
I like my dark book to be like actual dark. It wasn't a dark romance for me, and that is something I struggle with. Like I don't want to say like okay, it wasn't a dark romance because I do get like there are some heavy things in it. Like there are some
Some dark aspects to it.
yeah, and I get that. But for me, it was very light and kind of fluffy. which sounds weird because it was a Halloween read. But like everyone was totally
And he's a serial killer.
yeah, but like that was the thing. Everyone was totally fine with okay, so you kill people, but you kill bad people.
Right.
And like especially like his best friend,
Like, does everyone just know that's his little side hustle, or?
no, only his best friend knows. They live together in a house that he bought of all the money he earned.
Oh, this is actually a hustle.
Yeah, it's like a
Okay.
side hustle, like actually. Yeah, that just wasn't it for me. I like my dark romances to be dark, like actual
Like, own up to it. Or what do you mean?
yeah, and kind of like actual assholes, except to her.
Oh, okay.
I like that trope.
That's a different. I did not know we were gonna take that turn. Okay.
But again, I did love it. I did eat it up.
Okay.
It was exactly as I needed, like a little palate cleanser. Just don't know if I would recommend it as a dark romance.
Okay. Maybe to like start off a dark romance, or
Yeah.
maybe not. You don't think it may be too much? Because this sounds too much for me to like. If I were like, okay, I just wanna dip in, my littlest toe. This sounds a little too much for me already.
Yeah. And again, I feel like that's very hard to like decide that for other people.
Yeah, that's different for
I feel like
everyone.
it's also like what are you used to on the spice level? Because I feel
Mm,
like the book wasn't a dark romance. The only thing that was like the dark aspects of it was the spice that was in the book.
okay.
It was like some kinky spice.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, the spice was good. Like I was not here for the plot.
Like your spice rating is not that. Let's go back to the rating then, because like your spice rating is also not through the roof. You said 3 out of 5.
Yeah, and that is also just because I feel like I have been used to a lot.
You've been around this block.
Yeah. And that's why I'm saying, like, for me, it was like a light palette cleanser.
Okay.
I definitely don't think that this will be that for everyone.
Right.
It's just like normally I read like a lot of dark romance, mafia romance, like,
Right. So when people hear you say a spice rating, I feel like they should take it with just the same amount of salt when I tell you some like food is not spicy and then you have a bite.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. My
Right.
spice rating is probably a bit off just because, like, I've been at it. Like, I've been active in, like, Bookstagram community and, like, especially in the dark romance community
Mm-hmm.
for a few, like, 4 years now
Mm-hmm.
already. So, yeah, you get, like, I don't want to say desensitized. It's not like I'm like, oh, this is totally normal. This is what I do on a Friday night. But like I've read kinkier and I've read like spicier
Mm.
stuff. And especially in a combination like put the darker aspect of this book in like an actual dark romance um with like a lot more danger.
I'm starting to feel like I don't understand what a dark romance, like what that means.
I feel like it's not one definition.
Okay.
Like for me a dark romance is just like darker themes like mafia, dark academia.
See, I just thought that it's just a normal romance, but with spice. I feel like
No.
I'm way off here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's at least that's not my interpretation
Oh, okay.
of it. A darker
Yeah.
romance mostly. I also do feel like a lot of people go straight for the bully romance if they talk about dark romance.
Now, would you say Dare fits in this? The Dare?
Yeah,
Okay.
I love the dare.
Maybe this is a good time to tell the folks that this is what we were talking about when we say we read different books.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, M reads like more like romance, dark romance, and then I usually read perhaps heavier books in a non-spicy way, like just sad books or serious books. She likes to say I'm serious. I don't think so. I think I'm just.
Have you taken a look at your own bookshelves? You cannot be saying I'm not
I
serious.
haven't. I haven't because I just moved and my bookshelves are not. They're not. I
Fair
have
enough.
not done them. The books are in them, but that's all that can be said.
You got me there.
So, yeah, but just so you guys know, like I'm new to what Emma's talking about and she might be new to what I'm going to talk about. So that's
Oh yeah,
kind of
definitely.
the difference that we were talking about earlier. So that's why I just asked like, okay, shed some light on this for me because I don't really know. What does that mean? But yeah, the Dare, I did actually read that, and let me tell you, I did eat that shit up. I did. I did.
I
Ooh,
love that for you.
that one
Like,
got me.
yeah, I do feel like Losers there is a good example for what I feel like is dark romance.
Okay.
Yeah. Personally, for me, a dark romance doesn't necessarily need to be bully romance, but I do feel like you end up there quite quickly.
Okay.
But I just have like my own personal beef with bully romance. It's just not for me. So I honestly don't necessarily know what to say anymore about this book. Um oh wait, what I will say is um I am very curious to see if like his best friend slash roommate is gonna get his own book. Because like that man was funny. And I feel like that man like yeah, I loved it.
We just love a funny man, don't we?
Yeah, and like I feel like that has so much potential because he was such a cute little pookie. I feel like that story would like be so cute and not like
I'm gonna say though, like that sounds very lighthearted to me. That doesn't sound dark romance to me. That just sounds like romance.
yeah, I definitely don't think the story of his best friend is going to be a dark romance because his best friend was like creeped out when he saw blood.
Oh, okay. But have you heard anything from the writer hinting at that, or are you just like wishing upon a star now that maybe this will come out?
Yeah, I'm wishing up on a star.
Okay.
No, but I found out about this offer through a TikTok, and I saw a TikTok of this book, and I was like, oh, I still need a Halloween read, so I'm gonna read this.
Mm.
I didn't even know this offer before I started this.
It's not like widely known. You don't think, or
I feel like she's widely known. She has a
mm.
lot of books. She just wasn't on my radar.
Okay.
But I would like to say, like, I am reading another book from her. And I'm absolutely eating it up.
Okay. Drop the title.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up. Dashing All the Way, a spicy age gap novella. It's my first Christmas read, and I know how you feel about me reading Christmas.
In November.
Yeah, but I will die on the hill that Christmas starts on November 1st.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, I'm picking my battles. I'll let you have this one. All right. So that's it for your read then.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's dive into your read.
Right. So I know you said you did a little Halloween read, like a little spooky read. I also tried my hand at that, and it's currently undecided about how that ended. I thought I would read Brat, very thin book. I am currently still reading it because, wow,
Wow, in a good way, or
no, like, well, I mean, like, I don't want to talk shit because here's the thing. This is the first horror book that I ever picked up. This was new to me, and I don't know if they're all written like that, but this book is just like I don't know what's going on. I don't get it. Like I am so, but I think like that's the point. It just overall makes you feel uneasy and confused. And I don't know if I like that. I don't know if that's for me. And I don't know if this is horror, thriller, mystery, like in general, or if I just picked up a book that just has this specific style and it's just not for me. And I shouldn't write off the whole genre like that.
yeah, I definitely don't think you should write off a whole genre based off one book.
Like in general, ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a bit crazy. Like I think I'm somewhere in the middle or over the middle. And I still don't know if this guy is like if his house is actually haunted, if there are ghosts, or if he is just simply in a psychosis. I cannot tell. And I don't joke about that. That's not like me being funny. Like I genuinely I don't know what's going on, which one it is, and I kind of want to find out which one it is, you know? I want to know what's going on. But the story is also so confusing. Every time I read it, I just end up more confused.
Oh, that is definitely something.
Yeah, so I might DNF it. Like I said, it's undecided as of right now. But
Get that, but that's so annoying though. If you do really want to find out, like, okay, what's up? Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what's up? Give it to me straight. And then and then it's just like I just feel like I'm reading a big riddle. Maybe it's over my head.
Oh no.
Maybe I'm just like too dumb. Maybe I just don't get it. Let me know if any one of you read this book, if you liked it, if it is just like, a unique perspective on like a horror genre. Um, and if I should try anything else, and if you have recommendations, let me know.
Also, maybe just spoil it. Like, what was it in the end? Now I want to know.
Wow, Emma's actually invested. Okay.
I'm just invested in the answer. You know me. I can't.
Yeah, it's really odd. Like this guy, the way it's written, it's so odd. This guy, his skin is coming off.
Oh,
Like his skin is
oh,
just coming off, and he's being so casual about it. He's like, "Oh, my skin came off, so I just peeled it off as far as it will go."
what?
And I told my brother my skin was peeling off, and he told me to go to a doctor.
Yeah, maybe
Like
like
that's all. Like I'm like, y'all are being so casual. That's why I'm like, is it? Are you the only one seeing these things, or just everyone around you just not care about you? I don't know what's going on.
I'm really hoping the first.
You're hoping he's in a
Well,
psychosis?
it's better than people not caring if your skin is just peeling off.
Yeah, okay. Both are bad.
Yeah.
Both are bad. But yeah, so that was a bit much. So I also just actually you're gonna like this because I had another little spooky something on my hands.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's a book that a friend gave to me to read and then return. So I was like, okay, I need to read that because I've had it for a little too long.
Yeah, that is a toxic trait you have.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Don't give me your books. Like, if you want them back within 2 months, don't give me your books.
They're gonna disappear.
She lives in a different country, so like
Okay, fair enough.
I'll give it back to her next time I visit her, and therefore I had to read it this time. So it's called Will It Hurt by Lily X.
Okay.
It's good. It's not finished yet because I was reading this other book that I'll tell you about in a second, but it's really good. It's about a witch and a vamp, and a lot happens, and they are forced to work together, and they
Okay.
fall in love.
Oh, I like
They fall
that.
in love. I read a little something about it, some more pages about it yesterday. It got crazy. It really got a little crazy there.
In what way?
I don't know if I don't think I am into that, but I'm gonna let it slide. See where this goes.
I love that.
Yeah, yeah, just check it out. I don't know. If you're into vampires, if you're into it's sapphic by the way. So it's like
What is that?
it's two girls. The vampire is an Asian woman, and I think the witch is a dark woman, dark skinned woman.
We love that.
We do, and I'm loving that book so far. Definitely better than Brat. But yeah, let's talk about the book that I actually did finish. Another toxic trait of mine. I start a lot of books, and yeah, this is the only one I finished this month. So let's get into that. I'll read you the blurb. And just a quick note on the blurbs. I know we didn't read the blurb from the Crescent City, the first book, because we thought that was pretty widely known. So we just didn't think we had to read that.
Yeah.
But usually we will read the blurbs of the book that we are talking about. So you kind of have a gist if you are not familiar with the book about what it's about. So let me get into this blurb for you. It seems like just another morning. Around the world, people wake up, check the news, open the front door. On every doorstep is a box. Inside that box is the exact number of years that person has left to live. Whether they open it or hide it under their bed, each person must learn to live in this new world. A couple who thought they didn't have to rush their lives together, a doctor who cannot save himself from his own fate, best friends whose dreams are forever intertwined, and a politician whose box becomes the powder keg that ultimately changes everything. So, what do you think upon hearing the blurb, Em?
It definitely sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what you thought. Wait, tell me your rating first.
My rating is a 3.5 out of 5.
Oh, that's high for you.
I'm kind of like I'm in between 3 and 4 somewhere. So I guess three and a
Oh,
half, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe a little higher. It was really good. It was really good. I really liked it.
tell me more.
Oh, I should probably say I didn't even say the title, did I?
I don't think you did. No.
Wow. Okay, it's called The Measure by Nikki Erlick. I do hope I'm saying that right, Nikki. I'm sorry if I'm not.
Story of our lives.
Yeah, so you follow eight ordinary people, as it says on the cover, one extraordinary choice. So you follow a group of people that get a short string, because in the box it says the amount of years you have to live. It's a string. And if the string is long, you have a long life. And if the string is short, you have a short life. And you follow a group of so-called short stringers. They have like a little meeting group, kind of like an AA setting.
I
Like
was
they
gonna
meet up.
say, like,
Yeah,
okay,
kind of like that. It's a support group for short stringers. Um,
that name, like, no.
they meet at a school like once every so often, and yeah, they talk about how to go forward with their life, and you kind of follow this group, every individual in this group. And I know it can sound kind of maybe overwhelming, like eight people, that's a lot of POVs and stuff,
Yeah.
but it didn't feel like that at all. And I was really curious about every one of their stories because by doing it in this way, you're seeing the world taking shape in this new, with this new thing that's going on because it's all over the world. You're seeing it from different perspectives, obviously. You're seeing it through the perspective of a politician. So you're really seeing how it's impacting the world on a really big scale and like a whole society. And then you're also seeing how it's affecting people very intimately. And I thought just the change between those two things kept it really interesting. And it just also really showed you what's important. Like, as you're seeing how the society changes, the choices people still make for love, for true love, as they're choosing to be with someone for a short time because they really love them rather than to leave them. Of course, some people break up because of these things. So there's also that side of the story. And then they try and find love again.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
And they do find love. And then also for sadness, by the way, like if I'm rating this book on sadness, I know you're doing Spice. I'll rate it on sadness. I think I'm only gonna give it like a 2 out of 5 on sadness.
Oh, that's new for you.
Well, the thing is, like, in this book, you're getting a very overall sense of dread.
Fun, I guess.
It's more because you're like, oh, this is not good for a lot of people, but there isn't that many until kind of later in the book. Like big instances, like really moments where I'm like, oh, this specific moment is really sad. It's more like an overall type of dread. Until the last 20 pages, let me tell you,
It's always the last 20 pages.
it's always that shit hit me like a fucking
What
train.
happened?
Everything happened.
Oh, God.
Because here's the thing, like that was also really good about this book. In the last 20-ish pages, all these perspectives, all these POVs, all these people that we've been following, they really come together in the end in ways
Okay.
that not like, oh, now we all come together, but like you see how they are all have been intertwined throughout this whole book without us even knowing. And it really strengthens one of the messages of this book is that we are all in this together, as like cliche as that may sound. But I think we often forget that. And that's also because in the beginning of this book, there is a very big line that's being drawn, and it very much is us versus them.
Very accurate.
Yeah, that's still accurate
Yeah.
today. That
Unfortunately, yeah.
yeah, that's a mistake we have made so many times in our past and we're still making today. So
Hmm.
that even though this is a fiction, really just made it so painfully real at times. So definitely a really good book. I should go and read it. Maybe will you read it, Em?
No thanks.
Oh,
I
okay.
I love how you can just read this like in your spare time and
Mm.
not get depressed. I
No, because like it okay, like it is a bit sad, right? But it makes it so much more beautiful and strong when these people do choose love over everything.
yeah, okay, yeah, I get that. That is really nice. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't think I have the mental capacity to read this in my spare time.
Yeah, I can see that.
I have the memory of a goldfish. I like no.
You were like, wait, who is this again?
Yeah,
This is
for
like
real.
the fifth person I'm reading about.
Yeah, I would be lost.
Yeah, it's really not that bad. Like it's not overwhelming. I didn't think it because I get overwhelmed too, and it wasn't overwhelming to me at least.
So like, did you have a favorite from the
I had
couples,
two favorites. Well, from the couples, or like, what do you mean?
or like from
The
all the people that you
characters.
follow? Yeah.
I because it's not all couples that you follow, by the way. I think
Oh, okay.
there is one lesbian couple. The girlfriend. Well, wow, it's a lesbian couple. One of the girlfriends, I suppose,
Yeah,
is in the short stringer group. And there's also a guy that's just been broken up with because of his string.
that's harsh.
Yeah, she was like, "Your string is just too short."
Oh no!
Well, they had said they weren't going to look, and she just looked. And his string was shortened, so she left him.
What a bitch.
But he finds love again.
Love that for him.
Yeah. But my favorite, or shall I say favorites, because I had two.
Spill.
My first favorite is Javi, because Javi is just a good man. And you will not hear me say that a lot, so do enjoy it when I do say it. He is just so good, and he's not in a way that like he thinks he's better than everyone. He's so humble. He is so genuine. He is so brave. He has a short string, and um, as I said, it shapes society when these things pop up, right?
Yeah.
So a law has been made that people with a short string are not allowed into the army anymore because they only want to send out people of which they'll know for sure they'll come back. So people with long strings.
Okay, wait. So does that mean that if you have like a long string, you can just do the most stupid shit and survive?
That's what some people thought at the beginning of the book. So they do actually do the most stupid shit. Well, yeah, you do survive. You do. But there's people who did like crazy stunts and then they got paralyzed and then they still had like 6 years to go. Like they'll go and
Oh
be
damn.
80, but
Yeah.
now they're
Okay, like
paralyzed.
that. Yeah.
So it's a stupid rule, of course, because you can still go into the army and get super injured and
Yeah.
still become 90 when you get back home. But this was in America, by the way, so at least like it happened all over the world, but all these people are in America. And so Javi is no longer allowed in the army, but his best friend has a long string and they switch.
Okay.
They switch strings and they lie to the army. So Javi actually gets to go on missions and stuff, and Jack, his best friend, gets a desk job. I just loved him because he knew he was going to die, and probably in a bad way, like in the army, right?
Yeah.
Doing something really out there. And but he did save a lot of people. And
Oh, I love that.
like he obviously knew he was going to die. He wrote
Yeah.
letters to his parents and everything and said like this is what I want to do. I wanted to go and protect my country. And he did. And he
How
was
is this book only a 2 out of 5 sadness?
well because it's what he wanted to do.
No, I would be bawling my ass out.
Okay, so yeah, maybe some of that salt you took with M's rating, M's spice rating, maybe take some of that salt with my sadness rating as well.
Yeah.
And my other favorite person, her name was Nina. She is the other half of the lesbian couple, the one that's not in the short stringer group, but the
Okay.
one that is in love with a short stringer.
Yeah.
And I love just her personal growth throughout, or her character arc, I guess we should say, because at the beginning of the book, she is so like stiff and she needs to have everything organized and she doesn't do spontaneous things and she needs to plan everything. And throughout this book, boy, does she learn that she cannot, her life's not in her like control. Like she cannot plan everything. Of course, first with the strings, she has like
Yeah.
her whole life planned out with her girlfriend. She finds out her girlfriend is going to die way before she will. So that's the first blow.
Harsh. Big blow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
She gets more blows. So it's really it's really sad for Nina, but at the end of the book, she is just a completely um, different character. I really like to see that.
Oh yeah, I get that.
despite everything, despite all the
That
blows.
that is amazing to like see like okay, how do you overcome that?
Yeah. But also to then think, oh yeah, but that like happens to people. Like again, it's a fiction, but like
Yeah, definitely. Like there are people that
people lose their
yeah.
spouses at a young age as well.
Mhm.
And like just because now there's the strings and
Doesn't mean it sucks any less.
yeah, and in the book, Nina also says, because she gets into a fight with someone who's basically saying, like, why would you marry her? You know, she has a short string. And she's like, well,
Because I still love her.
yeah. And like, people used to do this before the strings as well. They used to promise in sickness and in health, not knowing which one they would get, and they would take this risk all the time.
Yeah.
You didn't know what you were going to get then. Just because I know it now doesn't mean that, like, I don't want to spend the time that I do have with her. So it was really good. It was really good. So she definitely came through at the end.
Yeah, that sounds really beautiful.
Hmm. So yeah, that was it for this month. Let me know. Tell me, what are you reading next month?
So I got a lot of books that are coming out in December that I'm really excited about. Of course, we have Brimstone, the second part of Quicksilver, coming out,
Oh, right.
which I'm so excited for. I gotta do a reread of.
You're gonna get it this weekend, aren't you?
Yeah, I already got it
You
on hold.
reserved that one.
Yeah, I reserved that. Like, I'm die hard for this book.
Me and Em, we always go on a little bookish date once a month, and we're gonna go to this book cafe. And did you DM the owner?
Yeah, I dead as just DM'd her, like, hey, girl, no shame. I need this book. I also have a new Mafia book coming out from Cora Riley. That is my OG Mafia author.
You talk about her a lot.
Yeah, she was the first Mafia author I ever read. Like, Bound by Honor is the OG. It's the first Mafia book I ever read. Absolutely fall in love with the genre, I guess, if you
Mm-hmm.
could say. So, yeah, she got a book coming out. And of course, the Queen, Ashley Tilly, has a new book coming out. If you know me or if you follow me on Bookstagram, like you know I'm obsessed with everything Ashley Tilly. So yeah, I'm really excited for that.
Did we once read a book from her together?
No, I've been trying to get you to read literally any of her books and you flat out refuse. I gave you one of the books, one of my special edition hardcovers to read.
Lotte Darling?
Yeah, and you lost it.
I didn't lose it. It was in the back of my bookcase. I just never touched it.
Yeah, you never touched it. You kept it for a year. I was freaking out. I was yelling at everyone in my house that they touched that book. Because back then we were like in construction at our house, so everything was boxed up. So I was convinced when I couldn't find it, it was still in the boxes. But after we unpacked everything and it wasn't there, I just, like, I was so mad. I thought someone threw it away. And then we were just randomly sitting in your house and I just saw it.
No, I think one time I was like, Em, you really like, I have all these books. You need to take them back. I have all these books from you. And like, I had the Dare and like everything. And I was like, listen, I have like a whole thing in the back of my bookcase that I'm trying to hide from when people are coming over. You need to take these back because I'm not reading them.
Yeah, so no. Definitely one of our buddy reads, like we're gonna pick out each month for each other.
That's something as well because there's going to be a point where I need to pick a book, Em.
No, you're in book jail.
But
At least until January, you're in book jail.
okay.
Tell them the story.
Okay, so every year, Em and I, we have this tradition that we go for a Christmas trip. And last year, we started the tradition of also reading a Christmas book. Now, I was the one to kick off this tradition. I had the honors of picking a book. In my defense, it had a good rating on Goodreads. Goodreads lied to us. We were lied to. We were deceived. It was not a good book. We're not going to name it. And ever since then, M has put me in book jail, and I'm not allowed to ever pick any buddy reads anymore. So, yeah.
You have proven that you are not to be trusted with the honor of picking a buddy read.
I've proven that I do not know what the genre romance means.
For real, I was so annoyed that trip.
There
Like,
was like one kiss in that book at the very end, and that was all. And like the rest of it was also just not good. And we don't like to hate, but like
This was not good.
this
No.
was not good. But I think, I set out my time.
We will have a parole hearing in January.
Okay, fine.
See if you get off.
All right. I'll see you there. See you in court.
But do you have things planned for January?
January.
December, sorry.
Yeah, I know I have things planned for December, but I already don't remember half of them. Anyway, let's talk about our buddy read that we do have coming up for this year, December, that you picked, Em.
Yeah, we're gonna read "'Tis the Season for Revenge"
By Morgan Elizabeth, was
Yeah,
it?
I think that's her name. Um, I saw a lot of good things.
Where did you see this? I hope it wasn't Goodreads.
Book Talk and Bookstagram.
Okay.
So I have faith in it.
Mm-hmm.
And like we both liked the blurb.
Yeah.
So you say like I picked it, but I sent you a whole bunch and we mutually agreed on this one.
Okay, yeah, we kind of did, yeah.
So yeah, I'm really excited. We booked a little cabin on like a mountain.
And it said it's gonna snow.
Yeah, it's supposed to snow, so that's gonna be cozy.
Mm-hmm. For my own reads for December, like beside our buddy read, I think I will have to decide if I am DNFing Brat or not.
Yeah, you cannot be going on with your
On and
Halloween
off.
read.
No, I need to either finish her up or let her go.
Yeah.
So I'll let you guys know on the next one what I ended up doing. I'm gonna finish Will It Hurt because that one's just good and she's not
Oh
that
yeah,
thick.
yeah.
I'm already over half of it, so I'm gonna finish that probably soon.
That's good.
You're gonna read one of those books you just talked about, or
I'm hoping I'm gonna finish all three.
oh,
No, I don't know because I also got like I'm in Crescent City book free like 20% in. I also have a lot of like Christmas novellas I want to read.
oh my God, did I just forget about? Yeah,
You
yeah.
did.
I need to also finish the second Crescent City book because M is like way ahead of me, and I need to catch up.
I did also start a month before you, so like you are forgiven on this
Okay,
one.
fair enough. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna read the Ashley Tilly one and the Cora Riley one. The Brimstone one, I might also actually do that as a buddy read with another friend.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You you said you didn't like Quicksilver that much.
Whoa, don't out me to the folks like that.
I will. You
No.
broke my heart.
For the record, I do want to state I did like Kingfisher. The rest of the story just didn't grab me.
And that was almost the end of our friendship.
Here we are doing this together, so I'm afraid you're locked in. Locked in for life.
SOS, SOS. Send help. For now, this was Besties and Books with M.
And Roxy, and we hope to see you here next month.